Hey guys, it's Priscilla from the French Booktuber here for my July book haul, and I have 13 books to show you. That's right, 13, because July was like a book buying month. Like, I came back from New York City and I've saved the money, for my trip, and I was like, I don't want to buy books in June, even in the end of May. So in July I came back and I was like, I want books, I need books, and I bought books. Especially because there was also the special discount, like 10% off, because of the booktubeathon. So I went into a book buying frenzy. Let's see how it goes. First I have The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, which is a dystopian novel that a lot of people know about because it's very famous, I guess. It's about an alien invasion that doesn't go well for humans, I expect. I heard mixed reviews about this one, but I also heard great reviews, so it was in the booktubeathon 10% off, so I was like, yeah, why not picking it? I mean, it sounds pretty good actually. It sounds a bit creepy, action-packed, so yeah, why not? Next up I have Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, I guess, which I'm currently reading actually. I'm like 100 pages through. It's a story, typical story about a sister and her brother who are like 16 and 17 years old, and they fall in love. Okay, but as I read a bit, I begin to understand, why that can happen, because in this situation, it's not an excuse or something, but you can understand why it happened. So I'm very excited for finding out more about this book. On Facebook, Justine from Fairy Neverland, I'll link her channel down below, she said like she was up until 3 AM reading this book, and I take that as a very good sign, that means it's a good book. So I didn't know anything about the book, but I still bought it, Okay, and I'm very glad I did. Next up I have Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I've heard very good things about it, especially from Jesse the Reader, I guess. I'll link his channel down below. It's a very nerdish book, geek nerdish book. I don't really know the story, I just know that it's in a nerdish universe, and that's enough for me because I have geeky, nerdy sides, and even if I don't like it, I will pass it out to my boyfriend, who is a huge geek, so I think he will like it. And yeah, anyway, and if I like it, I will also pass it out to him. I mean, makes no sense to. Anyway, okay, so very excited for this book, really excited. Next up I have The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith. J.K. Rowling, whatever, that's J.K. Rowling. So yeah, I've heard good things about it, especially from Alicia from Books and Words blog. She's a French blogger and she has an amazing blog, so check it out, I'll link it down below. And she really liked it, so I was like, yeah, I mean, I can pick it up. It's 10% off on the booktubeathon book depository, so yeah, I picked it up and I'm very excited to read it, and I'm hoping that it won't be as long and as complicated as The Casual Vacancy, which is huge and I haven't read it completely yet. This thing is huge, like, what? Like, I have to have muscles to hold it in my hand, and yeah, I'm stuck at page 102, and I made a sheet of paper with the name and the relationships between the characters because it was so complicated. So for the moment it's not a book that works for me, but I will get to it eventually. And yeah, I'm very excited for it because it seems to be action-packed, and like there is a mysterious intrigue, I guess. I don't really know the story actually, I don't know nothing about it actually, but yeah, it seems, more concrete than the casual vacancy. Next up I have Ask the Passengers by A.S. King. I heard so many good things about A.S. King in general and about this book, like Ariel Bissett, link her channel down below. She always says that A.S. King is such an amazing author, so I want to know what the first is about. And it seems like a really good book. Like, it's a girl named Astrid, and I think she talks to the passengers in airplanes that she sees in the sky, and there is also an LGBT intrigue, the romance, that and I'm a sucker for that. So I'm really excited to read it finally. Next up I have two books. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, first book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, and Days of Blood and Starlight, also by Laini Taylor, second book in the series. Okay, let's just take a moment to appreciate the covers, like especially this one. Like, this is one of the most beautiful cover ever, like ever. I don't know why it's, I don't know, when I opened up the package I was like, I was dumbfounded. I was like, I couldn't stop staring at the book, you know, just staring at it, and it was like, it's so beautiful. And I pretty much don't know anything about the story. I just know that it's good and it's enough for me. Like, it's a fantasy-ish series, I guess. Like, it's set in Prague. I love Prague. I've been there like 1 year ago, and I was like, beautiful city, like marvelous city. So I'm very glad to see to read a book that is set in Prague, which is not common. And yeah, so I bought the first two. I think the third is not out in this edition yet, so I'm waiting. I don't know if I will wait for the third one to be in paperback, or if I will binge read these first two and then wait for the third one. I don't know. Still haven't decided, but very excited for the series. I heard so many good things about it. Yeah, I'm glad. Next up, I have My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. Actually, I've already read this book like 4 months ago, I guess, and I wanted a physical copy because it was so good. You know, when I read it, I was like, yeah, it's contemporary, it's good, but I found myself thinking about the book over and over in the months, you know, in the past months. So I was like, I need a physical copy, you know, I need to reread it. And it's about a girl like Samantha. She lived with her mom, and she meets a boy. Like, she always spies the Garrett's family. The Garrett's family lives next door, and she falls in love with one of the boys because it's a huge family. They have like 9 children, I guess. And that's about the difference, you know, the difference in their lives and in their habits. And her mother in it is so annoying. It was the most hateful character ever, apart from Voldemort. So yeah, I really had all the feels when I read this book. I had to have my physical copy, my own copy. Next up, I have The Duff by Cody Kiplinger. I've already talked about it in my wrap-up video. I'll link it down below, my July wrap-up. It's very good, and I'm really glad I have picked it up. I won't say much about the story because I've already talked about it. But yeah, it was really good. The cover, I'm not a fan, but I'm glad it's yellow actually, like yellow back, yellow spine-ish. It's a very bad shape. Like, the quality of the book is not the best, but anyway. Yeah, and it was a great book. Really great. Next up, I have The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. I also already read it, already talked about it in my wrap-up. But I'm very glad I bought it now, because I think they are going to, like, Harper Teen is releasing a new cover, like blue, but the exact same blue as The Fault in Our Stars or Wonder, and I'm like, too many blue books, too many, like 50 shades of blue. Like, really, that's what's happening in YA literature. I wanted some more yellow, you know? You need yellow in your life. Yellow is good, yellow is happy, yellow is sunny. So yeah, it was a good book with a great cover. Next up, I have The Winner's Curse by Mary Rudkowski. I've been wanting this book forever. That is to say, like 6 months, maybe more. Like, since its release, basically. But I waited for the paperback release because I'm not a hardback fan. And the cover, like, it's so beautiful. Like, how, you know, yeah, vertical writing instead of horizontal. I really like it. Like, and the dress and the girl and the swoon, I love it. Yeah, I don't know what it talks about. Like, I just know that it's set in a fantasy-ish world, and the girl is the daughter of a rich general, I guess, and she buys a slave. And I think that she falls in love with the slave. That's the story, and there are, I think, other elements in it. It's the first one in a trilogy, I think. And I really can't wait to get into it. I can't wait. Next up, I have Since You've Been Gone. It is amazing. The cover is amazing. This book is amazing. And I've said more in my wrap-up video. And the final book in my book haul is The Lover's Dictionary from my lover, David Levithan. Love him. I love him to pieces. So I hadn't planned to buy it, but when I was in New York, I was like chilling out in the Strand Library, which is the most perfect place for book nerds like me. But the books were kind of expensive, like for European standards. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't very saving money by buying book there. So I was like, I will buy it when I return. So when I was in the Strand, I saw this book and I was like, I could feel it. Like, it's soft and beautiful, and it's from David Levithan. So bought it when I came back. That's what I did. So there you have it. That was my July book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you've read one of these books or if you plan on reading them, please leave a comment in the comment section and we can discuss. So I'll see you guys with another video very soon. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt.